Hello, Nurse Nan. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Alex. I'm glad to be here.
How long have you been a nurse?
I've been a nurse for more than 10 years.
Where do you work?
I work in the emergency room of a hospital.
That must be hard.
Yes, we see a lot of people who have been in accidents. They are sometimes badly hurt.
Not all nurses work in hospitals, do they?
No, some work in clinics, some work in schools, and some visit patients at home.
Is being a nurse dangerous?
Not usually, but sometimes people have dangerous health problems. They can make other people very sick.
Including nurses?
That's right, but I don't worry about that. I love my job. I like to help people get well and stay well.
Some nurses work in hospitals. They care for patients and give them medicine. They make sure patients are comfortable and follow doctor's orders. Other nurses work in hospital emergency rooms. They treat people who have been in accidents or have dangerous health problems. Nurses also work in clinics. They help doctors treat patients. Nurses can work in schools too. They treat sick students and answer questions about health. Some nurses go to people's homes. These patients need someone to check on them to be sure they are following doctor's instructions. Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk in English. My name is Peter. We're so glad you're here today.
Hi friends, I'm Pauline. Looking forward to learning more with you today. Today we're talking about jobs again, or occupations.
That's right, and how to be a nurse, or what is a nurse?
That's right. Yesterday we talked about this too. Can you remind us what we learned?
Sure. Well, yesterday we talked about going to the doctor for a health check.
Right, and of course you should go to the doctor if you are sick or hurt, but even if you are healthy, it's important to go to the doctor for a health check each year.
That's right. So what do they do at a health check?
A nurse will weigh and measure you. They will also take your temperature and check your blood pressure.
Right. And they will check your heart too. You may also need to get a shot.
Ooh, that's the worst part. Shots hurt.
Yes, but they are important. If you are sick, a shot gives you important medicine.
I know, but then why do they give shots at a health check?
Well, that's because they need to check your blood. If you have any problems, it might be serious, so they should check your blood.
It is better, I guess, to get one shot now than to get really sick later.
I guess you're right.
But nurses do a lot more than just help with health checks, right? There are many different kinds of nurses and they do many different things. I think we'll learn a lot more about that today. But first, let's go to Jack to learn our new keywords today.
Hello, 今天来到节目中受访的来宾是一位在医院服务的护理人员。She works in a hospital. 名词 hospital 就是医院。因为她是在急诊室工作的，所以常常看到很多出车祸的病患。These people were in accidents. 名词 accident 指车祸、意外。我们的来宾说，因为有些病人得了比较危险的传染病，所以有时候护士这个工作也挺危险的。They are dangerous sometimes. 形容词 dangerous 是危险的。有些护士在诊所或是学校工作。Some nurses work in clinics or schools. 名词 clinic 就是诊所。 也有些护士是专门到病人家做探访服务。They visit patients at home。名词 patient 是病人的意思。
Hello, Nurse Nan. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Alex. I'm glad to be here.
How long have you been a nurse?
I've been a nurse for more than 10 years.
Where do you work?
I work in the emergency room of a hospital.
That must be hard.
Yes, we see a lot of people who have been in accidents. They are sometimes badly hurt.
Oh, this is great. Alex is interviewing a nurse on this show.
Yes, Nurse Nan. She can help us learn more about what it's like to be a nurse. Although, is she a very experienced nurse? How long has she been a nurse?
Good question. I'd say she's very experienced. She's been a nurse for more than 10 years.
Oh, wow. That's great. Oh, and I really like this has been, have been structure we're using here. Let's get Jack to talk about it some more.
我们今天的来宾已经做了护士10年以上了。他说 I've been a nurse for more than 10 years. 请留意本句的 have been， 它是典型的现在完成式架构。have has 加过去分词。这个 have been 是描述从过去的某个时间点到目前为止现在还是的一个状态。今天受访的来宾表示，到目前为止他已经做了10年多的护士工作。我们来练习一下这个句型。He has been a teacher for over 25 years. 他做老师超过25年了。She has been a police officer for more than 3 years. 他做警察已经3年多了。They have been friends for 5 years. 他们成为朋友已经5年之久了。
Thanks, Jack. Friends, let's try making some questions using this structure. How long have you been doing something? For example, Pauline, how long have you been working here?
Oh, I have been working here about a year, Peter. How long have you been teaching English?
I've been teaching English for about 5 years.
Very nice. Friends, this is a great question pattern for getting to know people. You can also ask things like, how long have you been living here? Or how long have you been studying Chinese?
All right, let's get back to Nan. Where does she work?
She works in the emergency room of a hospital.
Oh, okay. So she's an ER nurse. Friends, ER stands for emergency room. An emergency room is where you go if you are seriously hurt and you need a doctor right away.
For example, if there's a car accident and someone is badly hurt, an ambulance will come and take them to the emergency room.
Yes, an ambulance is a vehicle with those flashing lights and makes noise, and this takes people to the hospital.
When they arrive at the hospital, nurses start helping right away.
Yes, that sounds stressful.
Yeah, I think you do need to have the right personality for this job. You need to be able to work quickly and calmly in stressful situations.
That's not easy. It must be hard to see people who are badly hurt.
I agree. I don't think I could do it, but I'm glad there are people who can. They help save lives.
Friends, do you think you could be a nurse? Would you want to work in an ER or somewhere else? Talk about this during the break, and then we'll be back for more to learn together. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Let's talk in English. 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Welcome back, friends. Peter, do you think you'd be a good ER nurse?
Well, I thought about being an emergency responder. This is a little different, but you do go to these stressful situations. I think I would kind of enjoy it.
I think you are a very calm person. I think you could do it really well. Well, friends, let's keep learning from our real nurse, Nurse Nan, with Conversation B.
Not all nurses work in hospitals, do they?
No, some work in clinics, some work in schools, and some visit patients at home.
Is being a nurse dangerous?
Not usually, but sometimes people have dangerous health problems. They can make other people very sick.
Including nurses?
That's right. But I don't worry about that. I love my job. I like to help people get well and stay well.
Okay, so we know that Nurse Nan is an ER nurse. In other words, she works in an emergency room at a hospital. But not all nurses work in hospitals, do they?
No. Like Nan says, some work in clinics. A clinic is where you might go for a health check. Like we talked about yesterday, clinics are much smaller than hospitals.
Right. Nurses may also work in schools or at homes for older people, and some visit patients at their houses.
Okay, patients are the people doctors or nurses help. If you go to visit someone at a hospital, then you are not a patient. But if you are at the hospital because you are sick, then you are the patient.
Nurses help all sorts of patients. But is being a nurse dangerous?
Nan says no, not usually. But they do help patients with dangerous health problems. Some of those patients can make other people sick, including doctors and nurses.
Oh, that's scary.
It might be for some, but Nan says, I don't worry about that.
Really?
Really? I don't worry about that. That's what she says, and that's what we're going to learn for today's calendar phrase.
I don't worry about that.
I don't worry about that.
我不担心这件事。
You need to study.
Study? I don't worry about that.
So you can graduate.
Graduate? I don't worry about that.
So you can get a good job.
Good job? I don't worry about that.
So you can make a lot of money.
Money? Oh, I need to worry about that.
I don't worry about that.
I don't worry about that.
我不担心这件事。
So it is possible for nurses and doctors to get sick from their patients, so they need to be extra careful.
Right. For example, they may wear gloves or masks to protect them from getting sick. And they wash their hands a lot.
Being a nurse isn't for everyone. It's a very stressful job. They see sad things, and they have to be very careful so they don't get sick or hurt the patient. There's a lot of pressure.
Yes, but this does seem like the right job for Nan. She says she loves the job because she can help people get well and stay well.
Well, I'm glad Nan is a nurse. We need good nurses like her in the world. And I'm glad Jack is an English teacher. Let's get him to teach us about this word, well. Jack?
今天的来宾是护理人员，他说 I like to help people get well and stay well. 我喜欢帮助人恢复健康并且保持健康。我们来看这个句子里的 well。一般来说 well 是当副词用，表达很好。比如 She swims very well. 她游泳游得很棒。不过今天来宾说的 get well 和 stay well， 它的 well 都是形容词，健康、安好的意思。所以如果你感觉自己不舒服，好像生病了，你就说 I'm not feeling well。要祝福身边的朋友尽快痊愈，就可以对他说 get well soon。如果朋友的病好了，看起来气色很好，你可以对他说 You're looking well。你看起来很健康。
Thanks, Jack. Friends, we hope you are feeling well today, and we hope you have enjoyed learning about this topic with us.
Right, going to the doctor is something we all have to do once in a while, so it's important to learn these words and this topic.
I agree. Friends, let's go ahead and review those keywords from today now.
Here's the first keyword from today. Hospital. Hospital. Tai is in the hospital with a broken leg.
Accident. Accident. Kay was in a car accident yesterday.
Dangerous. Dangerous. Some health problems are dangerous.
Clinic. Clinic. Go and see a doctor at the clinic.
Patient. Patient. Doctors have many patients. Okay, friends, keep on practicing these keywords at home. Now let's take a look back at our lesson one more time together.
Hello, Nurse Nan. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Alex. I'm glad to be here.
How long have you been a nurse?
I've been a nurse for more than 10 years.
Where do you work?
I work in the emergency room of a hospital.
That must be hard.
Yes, we see a lot of people who have been in accidents. They are sometimes badly hurt.
Not all nurses work in hospitals, do they?
No, some work in clinics, some work in schools, and some visit patients at home.
Is being a nurse dangerous?
Not usually, but sometimes people have dangerous health problems. They can make other people very sick.
Including nurses?
That's right, but I don't worry about that. I love my job. I like to help people get well and stay well.
Are you ready for a shot, James?
Ginger, you can't give me a shot.
I know, but real nurses can.
Yes, real nurses do a lot. They make patients comfortable.
And they tell them to follow the doctor's orders.
Some nurses work in emergency rooms.
People in accidents go to emergency rooms.
Right. Some nurses work in clinics.
They help doctors treat patients.
Right. Some nurses work in schools.
They help treat students and answer questions about health.
Some nurses even go to people's homes.
Yes, I want to work in all those places.
Why?
So I can give lots and lots of shots.
Ginger, you can't give shots.
I know. Just kidding. Yeah.
I'm so sorry I'm late, Jordan.
It's all right. Have a seat.
It was such a busy day at the office. And then when I went to turn off my computer, I remembered I had an important email to write, and then my phone is dead and the traffic was so bad. Oh, how long have you been waiting for me? Because I hate to make people wait.
That's it! I'm sorry. I really did not mean to surprise you both, but you said today's super sentence.
Have you been under the table the whole time?
Super sentence man is never too far away when you need him.
But we don't need you. We're on a date.
You may think you don't need me, but I may not be around forever. And then what will you do?
It's okay, Jordan. It's just for a minute. So, super sentence man, what is today's super sentence?
I'm glad you asked. It is, how long have you been something?
Oh, right. Because I said, how long have you been waiting for me?
Bingo! Do you have another one?
How long have you been reading that book?
Oh, that's good. How long have you been reading that book? Well, Jordan, what about you? Do you have a super sentence?
Again, how long have you been under the table?
How long have you been under the table? That was good. Okay, it was super.
Well,
a super sentence every day will make your English great. You guys picked a super restaurant. Do you mind if I join?
What? This is our first date.
Well, how romantic. Just pretend that I'm not here. Ooh, that fire's kind of hot. Waiter!
Well, friends, what do you think? After learning about nurses for 2 days, would you like to do this job? Or the next time you go to the doctor's office, what is something new that you will think about?
Well, I want to remember to be extra nice to the nurses because they have so many things they have to do and sad things they see. It's such an important job, but not everyone is very nice to nurses.
That's true. They do a lot of work, but they have such great experiences. I think this would be a great job to do. Well, friends, make sure to come back and see us again, right here on
Let's Talk in English. Goodbye.